Hello everyone and good morning. Today we are going to see the next chapter of physical chemistry जिसका नाम है chemical kinetics. And remember, it's a revision lecture for you. You know that the definition of chemical kinetics, you know that definition, it is the branch of chemistry that deals with the study of a rate of chemical reaction, a rate of chemical reaction, factors affecting these rates, and the mechanism by which chemical reaction takes place. It is a branch of chemistry that deals with the study of rate of chemical reaction, factors affecting these rates, as well as mechanism by which chemical reaction takes place. You know that, students, what is the need of chemical kinetics? By the help of thermodynamics, you know that we can come to know the feasibility of the chemical reaction. I told you the meaning of the word feasibility. Yes, it's a practical possibility, actual possibility. You know that by the help of chemical equilibrium, we can come to know the extent of the reaction, So, you know that in the same way, chemical kinetics, it will help us to determine the rate of chemical reaction. Then I told you the factors affecting these rates as well as mechanism of the chemical reaction. I told you the meaning of the word mechanism is nothing but the step-by-step description of how the reactants are changing into products. Now, if you see the importance of chemical kinetics here, the first of all I will write here biological importance. You know that most of the biochemical reactions which occur in our body, they are catalyzed by the enzymes. Okay, so how they will react? Our body is just like a chemical factory where many chemical reactions are taking place. So by the study of this chemical kinetics, we can come to know how the action of enzymes on the different reaction will take place. So you can see it's how important in case of biological cases. Then the second one is that environmental importance. If you see, that one of the most important problem is that ozone layer depletion. At the same time, that in the layer of stratosphere, approximately from the distance 16 kilometers to 23 kilometers from the Earth's surface, there is a layer known as a stratosphere where conversion of oxygen gas into ozone takes place. Ozone formation is helpful for us, but depletion is problem for us. So if we study the comparative rates of formation of ozone at the same time depletion of ozone, then we can overcome the problem of depletion of ozone. So just we have to increase the rate of formation of ozone. So that's why you can see how it is important in this case also. As well as third point I will say here, economical importance. You know that समझिए अगर आपका कोई केमिकल फैक्ट्री है and then you are producing certain chemical, for example manufacturing of sulfuric acid. Now you have to study the kinetics so that you have to search for such a kind of reactions in which you can get the more yield of sulfuric acid. So हमें चाहिए होगा ऐसे कोई reactants जिससे हमें ज्यादा yield मिले सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड का और वो भी फास्टर रेट में. सो यू कैन सी हाउ इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट एज फार एज इकोनॉमिकल पॉइंट ऑफ कंसर्न. सो these are the importance of need of chemical kinetics. Now what is the definition of rate of chemical reaction? You know that when a certain reaction occurs, see for example, suppose A moles of A react with the B moles of B to produce C moles of C and D moles of D, suppose. Now in this reaction, suppose reactant A and B, their concentration will go on decreasing. As the reaction will proceed, I will write this reaction as a normal reaction, not a reversible reaction. Reactant A will react with the reactant B to form product C and D. So when the reaction will occur, then there is a decrease in the concentration of reactant. At the same time, there is increase in the concentration of products C and D as the time will progress. So rate of chemical reaction we can define as change in the concentration of reactants or products per unit time. So better I will say decrease in the concentration of reactant or increase in the concentration of product per unit time is called as the rate of chemical reaction. That's why I will write here rate of chemical reaction or a rate of reaction is equal to, yes, I have to write here delta C, I mean change in the concentration, whether that is of reactant or product, upon the time. Now see, this is also known as average rate of reaction. But remember, in case of average rate of a reaction, we have to take here time interval. So here change in the concentration of reactant or product divided by the time interval over which this change takes place. So average rate of reaction अगर मुझे लिखना है इस केस में, then I have to write here average rate of reaction is equal to, for reactant A we have to write like minus 1 by A. You know this A is coefficient here, it will go here, and then there is a delta A. You know that square bracket means change in the molar concentration of reactant A divided by delta T minus 1 by B. Remember students, minus sign I am giving because as the time will progress, there is a decrease in the concentration of A and B, that's why. So here minus 1 by B and here will be delta B upon delta T here. For C and D here, we have to write here plus 1 by C. ये है इसका stoichiometric coefficient delta C divided by delta T, and for D 1 by D here is equal to delta D divided by delta T. So in this fashion we can write the average rate of the reaction. Okay students, so this is nothing but generally we can use delta symbols here, and remember delta T is nothing but the time interval. For reactant we have to write here minus signs, because as the time will progress, rate of reactant concentration, it will go on decreasing, and that of product it will go on increasing. So in this way we can write here average rate of reaction. But students, in most of the chemical reaction we take into account the instantaneous rate of reaction. So उसके लिए क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, I will tell you, but before that write down all these things or give me some time to rub this. Now generally you know that chemical kinetics, it deals with only with the instantaneous rate of reaction. That's why rather than using average rate we can use here instantaneous rate of reaction. और इसीलिए यहाँ से आगे जब भी मैं बोलूँगा rate of reaction, it will be always instantaneous rate of reaction. क्या होता है वो? Yes, the rate of reaction at a particular instant is called instantaneous rate of reaction. So suppose the equation is like this: N2 gaseous combines with H2 gaseous to give NH3 gaseous, अमोनिया का फॉर्मेशन. तो यहाँ पे N2 है तो यहाँ पे twice आएगा और यहाँ पे आएगा thrice. Suppose for this reaction, if we have to write here instantaneous rate, then it is equal to instantaneous rate is equal to, yes, for N2 I have to write here minus dN2 divided by dt, and here 3 will go to denominator, so minus 1 by 3 dH2 divided by dt, and for product ammonia plus sign will be there 1 by 2 and d NH3 upon dt. So in this way we can write here instantaneous rate of reaction. You know that they are nothing but derivatives, we have taken values. So we can say here rate of disappearance of H2 is equal to twice the rate of formation of NH3. So these are the coefficients that we have to use like I have written on the board. So in this way we can find out the instantaneous rate of reaction. As I told you in this chapter I will always say rate of reaction, तो आपको समझना है कि वो है instantaneous rate of reaction. Okay, now here is a graph, evaluation of instantaneous rate from the concentration against time curve. You know that graphically अगर हमको देखना है तो कैसे आएगा. So for reactant, this is the first graph for the reactant. अभी देखिए यहाँ पे क्या है. If we plot here the concentration on the y-axis and time on the x-axis, and you can see now this is the slope. If you see here is the negative slope. Rate at T1, this is the T1 time here, and the rate at T1 is equal to the negative slope of the tangent at T1. This is the tangent, and you can see the slope will be negative. So for the for reactant we have to take here negative slope of a tangent at T1. And for the product, if you see properly here, rate at T1 is equal to positive slope of tangent at T1. So here will be again the value T1 here, and you can see the slope will be positive. Okay, and the tangent drawn here also on this curve. So from this graph, it is clear that we can say as the time will progress, the concentration of reactant will decrease and that of the product it will go on increasing. Remember, at the start of the reaction, these changes will be faster, and as the time will progress, they will become slow. So this graphically we can evaluate the rate of reaction for the at a time T1 suppose. So graphically we can say like this. Now again I have to rub this. Kindly note down this in your notebooks. Then the next terms are rate constant as well as rate law. Yes, क्या होता है rate constant? You know that if you take the reaction here, suppose A moles of A react with the B moles of B to give the product. Okay, and then if you write here rate of reaction, it will be equal to, yes, rate of reaction for this, it will be equal to, yes, I will say here A is directly proportional to molar concentration of A raised to X and that of B raised to Y. Okay, and therefore a rate of reaction is equal to some constant, that is K, into molar concentration of A raised to X and that of B raised to Y, where K is called as that constant of proportionality, or we can say here just as a rate constant or specific rate constant. Okay, now see here, if you write here, if you take the molar concentration of A and that of the B is equal to 1, yes, then it's a unity, 1 moles per liter, then we can write here, yes, rate is equal to, yes, K. If the values of A and B both are equal to 1, then we can write here rate is equal to K. So rate constant is defined as, yes, it is defined as the rate of reaction when the molar concentrations of reactants are unity. When the reactant concentrations are unity, then the rate of reaction is called as a rate constant. Rate constant के लिए क्या symbol है हमारे पास? K. So this is the nothing but the rate constant. Then what is meant by rate law? Students, it is experimentally determined equation that expresses the rate of a reaction in terms of molar concentrations of reactants. It is experimentally determine, this is very important, experimentally determine equation that expresses rate of reaction in terms of molar concentrations of the reactant. For example, अगर यही equation है और इसके लिए मुझे लिखने का है rate law, then I had to write here rate of reaction is equal to minus 1 by A. You know that रिएक्टेंट के लिए हम लोग हमेशा माइनस साइन देंगे यहाँ पे, सो माइनस 1 बाय ए डिवाइड इनटू डी ए बाय डी टी, डी ए बाय डी टी इज इक्वल टू दैट, देन के आई हैव टू राइट, ओके. एंड नाउ हियर फॉर ए दैट सपोज द वैल्यू ऑफ ए हियर, आई मीन पावर इज हियर इज एक्स. सो ये यहाँ पे हो गया रेट लॉ. सो इट इज द एक्सपेरिमेंटली डिटरमाइन इक्वेशन दैट एक्सप्रेसेस द रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन इन टर्म्स ऑफ मोलर concentrations of the reactant. So in case of here I have written the value as I shown here. Now take some example, I will explain you. Take the reaction H2O2 hydrogen peroxide. You know that it is present in a gaseous state, so here I will write its decomposition will take place to form here H2O, which is liquid, and O2 is nothing but a gaseous. So here we have to write the reaction, I mean to balance the equation I will write 2 here. Now this is the equation. Students, for this reaction if rate law I have to write, then rate is equal to minus 1 by 2 D H2O2 divided by dt is equal to, yes, K into molar concentration of H2O2 raised to, now C here is 1. आप कहोगे सर यहाँ तो 2 है, तो यहाँ पे 1 कैसे लिखा हमने? That's why I told you it is experimentally determined equation. So from the basis of experiments we have written this rate law. इसको बोलते हैं rate law. Let's see one more example. I will tell you this example number 1. Second example I will write here. That's of NO2 plus CO. NO2 gaseous plus CO gaseous. It gives NO gaseous plus CO2 gaseous. Okay, so if you write this here, the rate of this reaction, rate is equal to, yes, minus D of NO2 divided by dt is equal to K into NO2, molar concentration of NO2 raised to 2. Yes, correct. It's a H2. अभी यहाँ पे देखा जाए तो इस रिएक्शन में, नीचे के रिएक्शन में रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन डिपेंड करता है सिर्फ और सिर्फ NO2 के कॉन्सेंट्रेशन के ऊपर. इट इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ CO. इसीलिए मैंने यहाँ पे CO का टर्म लिया ही नहीं. सो फॉर दिस द रेट ऑफ rate law I have written on the board. Remember, for this the power is equal to 2. So rate of reaction is equal to K into that NO2 raised to 2. So we can say this as a rate law. CO के इस रिएक्शन का रेट डिपेंड नहीं करता है, चाहे CO का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़े या फिर कम हो, इससे रेट पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. So this is known as a rate law. Okay, so ये बात हमेशा ध्यान रखने का आपको कि these are the reactions and their rate law, they are determined on the basis of experiments. ये हम और these powers they may or may not equal to. अगर देखा जाए तो यहाँ पे पावर 2 है, लेकिन यहाँ पे पावर कितना है? 1 है. So that these powers in the rate law they may or may not be equal to stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, so kindly note down these things properly. Then the next term is applications of rate law. So that by using rate law and rate constant, we can find out the rate of reaction for the any reaction. Second thing, molar concentrations of reactants as well as products at any instant can be predicted by using the rate law. I repeat, molar concentrations of reactant or product at any instant can be predicted by using the rate law. Then we can also come to know the mechanism for any complex reactions. I will take that point, what is a complex reaction, later on, but these are the three important applications of rate law. We can predict the mechanism of any complex reaction. Okay, so these are the applications of rate law. Then the next important term here, frequently you know that you have gone through it, it's nothing but order of reaction. You know that order of reaction. Order of reaction with respect to each reactant is defined as the exponents to which the concentration terms in the rate law are rates. The exponents to which the concentration terms for the each reactant in the rate law are rates. That is known as order of reaction. Order of reaction is defined as the exponents to which each reactant, I will say, to which each reactant, or I will say the concentration terms for each reactant in the rate law are rates. For example, students, A moles of A react with the B moles of B to give the products. Okay. So here rate of reaction is equal to K into molar concentration of A raised to X and that of B raised to Y. This is nothing but the rate law, and we know that here X is called order of reaction with respect to reactant A. Y is called order of reaction with respect to B, and N is equal to X plus Y, जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं overall order of reaction. Students, let me tell you, for the simple reaction, order of reaction is always an integer, always whole number, but for complex reactions, order of reaction may be fractional, may be zero also. So that you have to remember. And again, that you have to remember one thing, order of reaction also depends on the experimental facts or observations. So here, this is nothing but known as order of reaction. Order of reaction may be equal to 0, may be equal to 1, may be equal to 2, but order of reaction will never greater than 3 here. Because the reason is that collisions of the 4 reactant at a single time is not possible. I will again take that point in the collision theory later on, but remember here order of reaction may not be greater than 3 here. 0 हो सकता है, 1 हो सकता है और 2 हो सकता है. ठीक है. So higher order reactions are not possible because the collisions of the more than 3 reactants simultaneously at a time is not possible. So that is the reason here we can say regarding the order of reaction. Now let's take some example. You know that we have taken the example of H2O2 also. H2O2 की अगर हमने बात की तो यहाँ पे ये है gaseous, it will give H2O liquid and then O2 gaseous. So here twice will be here. Rate of reaction is equal to K into, or I will write here in terms of H2O2, then minus, I told you here will be 1 by 2 D H2O2 divided by dt is equal to, yes, K into H2O2 raised to 1 only. So here order of reaction क्या होना चाहिए is 1. यहाँ पे 2 है, but I told you order of reaction may or may not be equal to stoichiometric coefficient. Let's take other example here. H2 gaseous plus O2 gaseous, I2, I will write here I2, iodine, it gives twice Hi. Then the rate of this reaction is equal to K into molar concentration of H2 raised to 1 and that of I2 raised to 1. So here order of reaction, देखो यहाँ पे order of reaction with respect to H2 है 1 and order of reaction with respect to I2 है 1, but overall order of reaction is x plus y, x plus y, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. ओके अभी यहाँ पे जो भी है इधर इनके स्टोइकोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट्स वो देखो यहाँ पे 1 है, यहाँ पे भी 1 है, अभी ये आया है, बट इट विल नॉट ऑलवेज हैपन. ठीक है. देन द थर्ड एग्जांपल, सपोज हियर इफ यू सी द डीकम्पोजिशन ऑफ एसिटाल्डिहाइड CH3CHO gaseous, इसका अगर होगा डीकम्पोजिशन तो फॉर्म होगा मीथेन as well as there is a formation of CO2, CO, I am sorry, तो यहाँ पे CO यहाँ पे फॉर्म हो जाएगा. And students, you know that the order of the reaction here will be 3 by 2. I mean, I will write first of all rate here, so that a rate of reaction is equal to K into molar concentration of CH3CHO. Here will be 3 by 2 will be the power. So here order of a reaction is equal to 3 by 2. So अभी आप बोलोगे कैसे है 3 by 2? So I told you it is on the basis of some experimental observations. So all these values they depend on the experimental conditions. ओके. सो ये है ऑर्डर ऑफ रिएक्शन. ऑर्डर ऑफ रिएक्शन पे हमेशा आपको क्वेश्चन आते हैं. एज आई टोल्ड यू ऑर्डर ऑफ रिएक्शन में आएगा फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन, जीरो ऑर्डर रिएक्शन, देन सेकेंड ऑर्डर रिएक्शन. तो अभी ये हमको इसमें देखना पड़ेगा प्रॉपरली, बट दिस इज एन इम्पोर्टेंट कंसेप्ट. साथ में जो प्रीवियस एग्जाम्पल हमने लिया था आपको पता है वो NO2 gaseous plus CO gaseous, it gives NO gaseous plus CO2 gaseous. So the rate of the reaction is equal to K into NO2 raised to 2 and CO raised to 0. So I will write here K and NO2 raised to 2 only. So here order of reaction will be equal to 2. Order of reaction with respect to NO2 is 2, that of CO is equal to 0. So in this way we can predict the order of reaction. It is an experimental value. Okay, so now note down this one. Now let's see units of rate of reaction and rate constants for the different order reactions. I mean zero order reaction, first order reaction में क्या आता है? You know that unit of rate of reaction will be equal to unit of concentration divided by unit of time. And you know that rate of reaction usually we express, you know that अगर हम बात करते हैं तो ये आएगा moles per decimeter cube. Yes, you can also say it as a molarity, and that's why the unit of rate of reaction will be moles per decimeter cube per time. So we can say overall here moles per decimeter cube and then time inverse. This is the unit of rate of reaction. Here time may be equal to, I mean it's a per second or per minute or per hour. So it's nothing but a unit of rate of reaction. Now हमें अभी जो देखने का है वो है rate constant के क्या थे units. So here consider the reaction. Consider the reaction. A moles of A react with a B moles of B to give product. That's why here rate of the reaction is equal to K into molar concentration of A raised to X, that of B raised to Y. That's why K is equal to, yes, rate of reaction divided by concentration, that is A raised to X and that of B raised to Y. So we can say here rate upon 1 into 1 divided by, if you see these are nothing but the concentration terms, so I will add here concentration, yes, values X plus Y, that is equal to, you know that is equal to N here. So I will write here rate on 1 into 1 upon concentration raised to N, where N is concentration term raised to N, where N is X plus Y. Now you know that, तो यहाँ पे जो होता है रेट SI यूनिट जो होता है उसका SI यूनिट ऑफ रेट इज मोल्स पर लीटर. तो चलो अभी यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं क्या आता है यूनिट ऑफ के. तो यू नो दैट यूनिट ऑफ K इज इक्वल टू क्या आएगा फिर अभी जो है रेट का यूनिट मालूम है आपको क्या है? इट्स नथिंग बट मोल्स पर लीटर अपॉन 1 इनटू 1 अपॉन यू नो दैट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन जो होता है दैट इज नथिंग बट यहाँ पे टाइम भी आएगा ना नीचे. यस, सो आई विल राइट हियर सपोज द टाइम वी आर टेकिंग हियर in a second, so 1 upon, I will write here for concentration here moles per liter and raised to n. अभी अगर हमने इसको यूज किया, देखो ये जो है रेट इज यू नो दैट मोलर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन अपॉन टाइम, तो उसके लिए मैंने यहाँ पे ये वैल्यू लिया है एंड टाइम आई हैव अज्यूम इन सेकेंड एंड यू नो दैट द यूनिट ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज नथिंग बट यहाँ पे जो रेट है उसका रेट आना चाहिए मोल्स पर लीटर पर सेकेंड. ठीक है ना? तो ये है एंड यूनिट ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज इक्वल टू मोल्स पर लीटर. तो देखिए अभी आपको पता है फॉर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फॉर जीरो ऑर्डर रिएक्शन, देखो जब वैल्यू होगा जीरो तो मतलब यहाँ पे n का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए? इज इक्वल टू जीरो. दैट्स वाई यूनिट ऑफ K इज इक्वल टू क्या आएगा? मोल्स पर लीटर अपॉन सेकेंड इनटू 1 अपॉन मोल्स पर लीटर रेज टू 0. दैट विल बी इक्वल टू यू नो एनीथिंग रेज टू 0 इज इक्वल टू 1. सो यहाँ पे आएगा मोल्स per liter per second, that is the unit of K for the zero order reaction. For first order रिएक्शन क्या आएगा? हियर you know that n is equal to 1, that's why unit of K is equal to क्या आएगा? Yes, moles per liter upon second into 1 upon moles per liter raised to 1. तो ये यहाँ पे हो जाएगा कट, तो यहाँ पे क्या बचा? पर सेकेंड. So remember the unit of K for the first order reaction is nothing but the per second, or you can say here time inverse. ओके, जो भी है मतलब अगर मिनट दिया है तो मिनट में आएगा, अगर दिया है आवर में तो आएगा पर आवर. ओके, और पर मिनट लाइक दिस. एंड फॉर सेकेंड ऑर्डर यू नो दैट फॉर सेकेंड ऑर्डर रिएक्शन क्या आएगा? यूनिट ऑफ के इज इक्वल टू क्या आएगा इधर? मोल्स पर लीटर अपॉन सेकेंड. हियर 1 अपॉन मोल्स पर लीटर रेज टू. यहाँ पे जो n का वैल्यू देखोगे तो क्या आता है? यहाँ पे 2 आता है, तो इसमें से एक चला जाएगा. अभी जो कुछ यहाँ पे बचेगा क्या है? वो है मोल इनवर्स, क्योंकि ये है नीचे. देखो यहाँ पे ये कट हो गया और यहाँ का जो स्क्वायर निकल गया तो आएगा मोल इनवर्स. और ये जो नीचे है ये ऑलरेडी लीटर ऊपर जाएगा तो हो जाएगा प्लस में आएगा. एंड हियर विल बी पर सेकंड. दैट इज द यूनिट ऑफ second unit of K for the second order reaction. So in this way we can predict the unit of the K for the different order reactions. Understand? Kindly note down. You know, frequently questions are asked the unit of K for the different type of order of reaction. So in this manner you have to remember these things. Let me tell you, for the gaseous reactions we generally take the partial pressures. So for the gaseous reaction we are not taking concentrations. तो यहाँ पे जो भी यूनिट होगा, unit of K, it will be atmospheres per second. For the gaseous reaction I am telling you, remember we have to take here partial pressures. तो इसमें आएगा यूनिट atmospheres per second, और you can say atmospheres पर टाइम. सो टाइम इनवर्स. टाइम इसलिए लिखा है मैंने ताकि अगर सेकेंड है तो सेकेंड, अगर मिनट है तो मिनट में ले सकते हैं, और पर आवर. सो अकॉर्डिंगली एटमॉस्फेयर पर टाइम इज नथिंग बट द यूनिट ऑफ के फॉर द गैसियस रिएक्शंस. ठीक है, मेरे ख्याल से आज हम यहाँ पे रुकते हैं. इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल सी मोर डिटेल्स. ठीक है, गुड बाय.